Yeah. It's a wonderful, cool 60 degrees out here today. We're out here a little bit earlier than the day before yesterday. Yesterday, too. I think I waited till about 8 or 9 the other days. Now I'm out here a little after 7. You just hear all the birds chirping. It's so quiet. It's so peaceful. It's so nice out here. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have anything crazy to talk about this morning. I don't have any fun stuff to get after. It's just going to be more cleaning. And it's funny because I messed up. I think I left my phone stand out and up in the house. So I'm going to have to use the other one that's out here, which I'm fine with. But we're still on the right path for fitting a car in here. Oh, look at that. You see the carpenter bees are in full swing. Well, it looks like it's right there. I got them some freshums. Man, I just love nature sometimes. I love how nature just comes in and destroys everything. It's great. But anyway, most of the stuff that's over here, I don't know if you can tell, you can see the gravel and then you see where it changes. So I've got a barrier, or not a barrier, but a little bit of a line coming over here and going that way. And you see all the grass that's starting to grow up inside of here. So I am actually going to try and move everything that we got going on right in here. All these different mud flaps, floor mats. Tristan's going to stop by and I'm going to get him to help me move these 2 big pieces because, I'm really not trying to fight that by myself. I think I might actually end up moving the vise as well. I don't really know that I want it here. I'm thinking I might want to put it on the other side because I've got the table chilling over there. So I might be able to do something with that. But this bit of I-beam contraption, weld together stuff, that was actually what this was sitting on. You can see the little tack weld there and a little tack weld there. They had this sitting down on top of this up off the ground, and you see it had like some little stick outs for some hose reel action and such. Nothing too crazy, but it is heavy, and it's heavy enough that I don't want to touch it by myself. I don't think it's worth trying to move it by myself. I'm going to keep it, of course. This is something that I'm going to hang on to because I think what I want to do is I want to cut it back apart, and then I want to try and split up the middle a little bit of a cutout and then try to sit it down on top of something in the barn. Try and tie it to the wall or something, tie it to the concrete, some kind of something. I don't know. And I might even leave it the way it is and just junk it. I'm not sure, but I know I need it out of here so that I can have all this space back. Go ahead and get all this just mess tightened back up. I need to get all the hardware, all the nuts and bolts and everything off of the bottom of this pedestal. I need to make sure that I go around this before I start hitting stuff with the mower, because ultimately I'd like to be able to put it up. You can't see it. I have a little push mower that I'd like to try and put another season on, and I don't want to be hitting all this metal stuff, so we're gonna try and do something about that. You see all the green all just growing in between everything it possibly can. This stuff will get out of hand really fast. So now that I have enough room to kind of stack some stuff up, so to speak, and just get it out of my immediate way, because once that, so I haven't decided if I want to pull the Nissan from way over there and put it in here. Since I'm storing that for a friend, I think it would actually be a better option. But at the same time, I'm storing that Mark IV wagon for a friend, and it's been here longer, and so I'm kind of torn on which car I want to bring in. The Mark IV wagon is probably, as much as I hate to say it, probably going to still be the one that comes in here, just because Natalia's Sentra starts. It'll drive. So The Mark IV will start and drive, but I have to hook the battery up because I don't start it and drive it so often. Part of what we had talked about when she brought the Sentra over here with my buddy Will was me starting it and running it here and there to try and keep it going. Make sure that it doesn't just start to die and rot away. We were going to try and do some fixing on it, but it seems like they may have found a different vehicle that they're going to try to go with. Yeah, don't ask me why I have this ridiculous collection of sparkulators, but I do, and they're here. I'm actually not sure why I keep that. Oh, look at all the mess. Gross. I guess I'm going to have to open up the barn now. Buzz, buzz, buzz. My man angry at me. Ain't nothing like getting covered in disgusting, filthy oils and stuff. Alright. Sorry for putting my hand and arm all up in your faces. Not trying to battle nobody. But we're gonna, oh look, I got a little screwdriver out here. Yeah, see, there's a bushing. There's another bushing. See, the rubber I wouldn't be so worried about. That'll just get hit by the blade and get sent off into the stratosphere, but it's got them metal shafts in the middle of it. That's junk, that's junk. Let me go ahead and grab the cigar too. Don't need any of them laying around. I still haven't burned. I'm not burning the bottles, like I said. Oh goodness. It's up with this cardum board. Oh look, it's a light from a ATV. I mean, screwdriver's a screwdriver, right? I don't think this is here anymore. I think this came off of a trash one that I was gonna fix it for a friend, but then he ended up buying different ones and didn't want to invest the money in it, so I ended up just having to get rid of it. I forget what sensor that is. I think that's a wheel speed sensor. No. That's like a crank or a knock sensor. That's a strange looking sensor. Alright, so I'm going to start taking these here, all these, I'm going to start stacking them up over here. A lot of times I like to use these to just lay on, or I'll use it as a way to catch oil coming out from underneath of a car if I spilled some or something. I'll just put that under the capture container. And usually works out pretty well. All these mud flaps, though, they're casualties of war. They'd all been ripped off, and I've spent years. If I see one in a parking lot at a truck stop, I go over and grab it, because truckers don't realize when they back all the way up to a curb, if these mud flaps hang too low, that wheel will pinch the mud flap into the curb itself, and then as it rolls back just that littlest bit, it just tears them. And you can see right there, it just tears straight out. Now, the unfortunate truth of this, the reason most of the trucks don't catch this is because they don't do pre-trips. They go get in the truck first thing in the morning, and they just fire up and roll. They don't actually walk all the way around like they're supposed to and inspect every single thing that they're supposed to. Yes, they go bang the tires. Yes, they go give a little cursory glance to some of the minor stuff, like a couple of lights and whatnots. Headlights most. But as far as walking directly behind the truck every single morning when they go to fire off for the day, no, they don't. That's not a thing. So they never realize that they had their flaps torn off, because you could absolutely just trim it right across the top, just whoop, and then stick that thing back in there, and it'd be fine. See, I like how I'm finding some of the super thick rubber ones. A lot of these plastic ones are just plastic shit. And the reason I like them is because of what I did here. I didn't have the ability to come under here and do some stuff. And so I had, like, a while ago lined them all up and killed off a bunch of vegetation over here, which was helpful. If y'all saw that video of me working on my buddy Morgan's Suburban, doing the exhaust fix, I know Grand Pito, you watched it. It was all grown in here, and it looked bad, and it was bad. I gotta save. Okay, so it's just a piece of steel. So we'll just set that there for the moment. Same here. This is another piece that I like to try and keep on too, because I'll put a jack stand on it when I'm in the grass. That way I don't have to worry about jack stand sinking or anything. But the idea was I was going to take these and make a perimeter around the vehicles on the floor so that I could, like, basically like you do for a set of ramps where you set them up against the wheels. I was going to take 4 mats, put them up against the wheels, and then drive the car about halfway onto them. And then using the car's weight pushing down on the mats, I was going to, like, line underneath of the car from the front mat to the back mat so that it would help me kind of just keep stuff from growing up around it. Got to be careful. One of these might have a little baby snikums on it. I ain't trying to have to stomp one of them into oblivion, but I damn sure do it. CV axle. Yep, these are, I believe these are supposed to, oh look, talking about a snake. Talking about a snake, look at the little guy. Look at the little buddy. He's just hanging out. I'm not going to stomp him into oblivion. The little guy's so adorable. He's just such a cute little dude. Oh yeah. Nope, that's the wrong one. Is it this one? Yeah. So those are supposedly torque to yield bolts. You're not supposed to reuse them, but I'm here to tell you I have reused those CV axle bolts 12 times in a row on the same car, on the same axle, and I've never had a problem with it. Do I recommend doing what I do? Absolutely not, because I'm an idiot. And idiots usually have to pay hard when it comes to a failure point. What do we got here? Yeah, we're going to catch a little Mr. Snaky Boo. Where'd you go, buddy? There he is. And just like that, we's caught a snake. Oh, we's caught a snake. Look at that. I didn't even have to use the blade to push him down or nothing. Now, we can just take the little guy and we can go show Amanda, and I can grab the phone stand I like to use. Oh, look at me. I'm like a regular Steve Irwin. Crikey, mate. What we've got here is a giant mini snake. Oh, he looks super pissed. Oh well. Fun stuff. Alright, I'm going to pause this. I'll be back. Alright, and we are resumed. We still got the little buddy. We're gonna let him go. I just thought it was cool. I wanted to show Amanda for a couple of minutes. Go ahead and grab my other phone stand. That way we can make quality videos with good, proper angles and like consistent, smooth filming. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and lock y'all into this bad boy. Yeah. And then we're getting places. Now, we're just going to take Mr. Snake'ems. We're going to take him over to that there pond's edge. Because I'm going to be working around the barn quite a bit the next couple of days. And I don't really think this is the best place for him. You see how small he is. I'd step on him if he wasn't in the right place. So, we're just going to... I think I'm going to dump him right here. I'm going to put him right here in this little... Boop. Just like that. And then he can go on down. He can hide. He can hunt. He can get all the little tiny baby frogs over there. He can do whatever he wants. Hopefully, because he's such a small itty-bitty guy, that is like crossing the continental United States for him, and he won't want to come back. Because I do have intentions to hopefully try to get rid of a lot of stuff in here. Okay, get the last of these mats picked up, and we'll do some more policing of the floor and see if we can find any more metal bits that I can throw away or get into a bucket somewhere. Damn spider webs all over me. Alright, let's see. Okay, well maybe, let me put this back since I didn't need it. Ain't no need in holding a blade out on the ground, getting it all messed up. Okay. Okay. So there's that. And then I'm just gonna, yeah, just like that. Oh, another piece of metal. We'll just set that there for now. But I think I have enough of these floor mats, mud flaps, to pretty well easily go around at least one car to try and help cut back on the vegetation growing around it. I like that I've lifted all these up and it's mostly gravel, exactly like it's supposed to be. Okay, alright, that's all them. I don't think I have any more. We'll just grab up these little floor mats here. Hey, look, it's another one. See, I grabbed that one. All right. Pretty sure those are black snakes. I'm here to tell you, if you come across a baby snake and you think it's venomous, stay away from it. They don't regulate their venom like the adults do. The adults learn over time that their venom is a finite resource. Actually, you know what? I have a stack of floor mats. We're gonna put it on the stack of floor mats. Baby snakes don't have that regulation. They don't recognize that dumping all of your reserves of your venom is not ideal. They bite you, they dump absolutely everything they've got into you, and it's a lot harder for you to get somewhere to get taken care of. Adults, even though they're bigger, they know that their venom is a finite resource. They learn that over time. And so don't go ninja nothing that don't need an engine. See, this is a good valuable thing right here. These little plastic clips, they're trash. Yeah. Couldn't have done that any better. I think that's one of the starter brackets. Yep, see? That one's more like what I expect. Thermostat. That one also the way I would expect. Another spark plug. Bam. I think what'll happen is I'll end up with like 16 buckets worth of spark plugs, and then I'm going to take them to scrap and be like, what do I get for spark plugs? Is there anything special about these? He's going to be like, no. And I'm going to be like, damn. Well, I wasted a lot of time collecting. All right. Get the rags. Need to take all these rags to a laundromat. Get them all washed up. Okay. Alright, well I guess let's go grab that other Mr. Snake. And let's go dump him on the other corner. A little out of the way. Little itty bitty guy. I think that's a black snake. The head on it is round rather than being arrow-headed shaped. And that's like a loose general rule of thumb, is that when you're looking at a snake, if the head is nice and pointed out like an arrowhead, it's very likely venomous. I think we only have one poisonous, quote unquote poisonous. Oh look. Somehow or another, that has officially started to collapse. Alright, well, anyway. We're going to let our little dude out right here. Yeah. Go on in there, buddy. Right up under the grass, just like he needs to. But anyway. Arrowhead, stay away. Round head, probably okay. Like I said, that's a loose rule of thumb, because I believe snakes like the black mamba, they do not have an arrowhead-shaped head. They are highly venomous, as I'm sure the Animal Planet has told everybody watching my videos before. Thankfully, we don't have that mess here. But still, small snakes, stay away from them unless you're confident you know what it is and you're not afraid to get bit. I'm not terribly afraid of being bitten. It sucks for like half a second because you're like, oh dang, something's biting me, but then you realize, oh dang, something's nibbling me. It's not even a bite, it's a nibble, because their teeth are so small that they actually can't do any damage to you as a non-venomous snake. I mean, they can break the skin and make you bleed, but the reason you bleed so profusely is because their saliva, if I'm not mistaken, actually has a little bit of a anticoagulant to it. So you end up bleeding more than you normally would. It's the opposite of your blood clotting up like it's supposed to. It like defeats the clotting feature. And I don't know if that's to aid with their prey potentially bleeding out, because you figure snakes are small. They're usually going after mice, frogs, toads, other small varmints like that. And so there's not really a whole lot that you can really prepare for in their world. But you figure how small the things are going for are, their teeth relative to that are pretty damn big. So, you know, a frog with super sensitive soft skin getting bitten by a snake with 1,000 teeth, you know, it's probably not good for them, but it doesn't really mean shit to us. So, is what it is. I think that's another decent ratchet that just needs to be cleaned up. Set that there. I don't think I care about the tire. I guess I'll keep the gas can cap, because you never know when you need a ringer. I'll just throw that up there for the time being. It does look good under here. Golly dang, I'm so stoked on this. So I do think the Mark IV is going to come over here. I think I'm going to push the Mark IV into the barn, and then I'm going to put the Sentra with the countless mud flaps in here. And once I'm done with the Passat, the Beetle will move to the Passat's area, and I'll just lift it back up, put it on stands again, and start taking the exhaust down so I can get after the shifter box. Maybe if I can get it out, I can get it fixed. Worst case, I think I've got a shifter box at Morgan's house that I can go and get. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, see, there's nothing really wrong with this. We just ended up with whole new deals. I think one of these had a wallowed out brake caliper bracket, but the reason I wanted to keep this is I actually wanted to try and find a way to like cut this off and then affix this some way somehow to like a stand like this, not permanently, but something I can like lock it in, because I want to be able to bolt a wheel to it and have that wheel sit up so that I can spin it, I can look at it, I can have it, you know, potentially make it easier for me to paint things. That's ultimately the goal for it, is to be able to paint stuff. Let me tell you what, I think this tire, I think that can go. Those tires aren't so expensive that I can't get another one. So that's definitely scrap. Well, maybe not. So this is supposed to be the bracket that runs from the latch assembly down to the bottom of the radiator support. This is supposed to help back up the structure because the radiator supports are plastic. What's this belt look like? I mean, it looks all right. Still got plenty bright. Yeah, all right. We'll just up there on the wall. Give me some coffee. That's tasty. Oh no, I do still have a couple of mud flaps. I was looking at them the whole time like, yeah. And see, what'll happen is I'll come out here with the rake. I'll rake all this shit out. Try to hit it with some elbow grease to get it over into the yard so I can cut it. Just hit it with the mower and chop it all up. Here's another bushing remnant. Oh, alright, I guess I should try to move this bucket full of oil. Alright, well good, the handle still lifts. Just gonna set that there for the time being, because I usually use oil to burn all my trash down when I burn. Gotta keep on to all the funnels you can. I don't know why, but every time I go looking for a funnel, I can't ever find one, even though they're all right there in the trash can. And no, that's not a trash can, it's a storage can. This is a piece for a mower deck. That's scrap from an old shock. It's a Passat shock. This was some kind of juice. Oh, it's a lug nut. And see, all these plastics are pretty valuable. They have their place. It's a blue tail skink. I hope you saw him. I don't see no snake under here though, so that's cool. Awesome. Okay. I should probably bring that hatch inside the lean-to. Put it up next to the hood that's over there. Yeah, let me see if I can get these legs on this. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now we got your legs spread open. I think that'll do for now. Amanda stripped most all the stuff out of this thing. So really I'm just hanging on to it because it's, you know, it's not got any dents in it. The glass is in good shape. Oh, goodness. Here's another fun thing. Mr. Frog. Because of the ponds I have out here, these little guys pop up all the time. I try to catch them for fun, just because it is fun. They, oh, that's a heater core hose. And it's still got part of the core in it, so that's cool. We'll set that over there. Alright, so that's some trash. Junk. Another piece of aluminum. Oh, this is one of them screw-in yardsticks that I never used for my dog because the weight rating's for like 20 pounds or something, and my dog's like 110 pounds, so not really something I can use. Not something that she'd be happy to be tied to. I'm sure it would just aggravate her to no end. Plus, she listens pretty good, so there's not... If anything, I would probably keep that around to be able to like tie something into the ground for a tarp. That would be my motivation for keeping it now. That's still good. More plastic hose that I'd like to keep hands on. I don't know what that is. It's all rusted out. So we can throw that over to the barrel. These are also like some kind of bathroom piping. It's like a broken seal there, so we'll throw that into the fire pit. Another scraper. This is the interior panel for the Beetle. I'll set it behind the hatch. I think that's part of the antenna for that remote entry I had. Cooling sensor. That's a screwdriver I'm not keeping. Oh, look at that little mini saw. Yep. Another coolant sensor. Another piece of plastic that I probably shouldn't get rid of. I mean, I'm not mad at a fuel filler cap. That's oxygen, but I don't think there's anything in it. Lid's on pretty tight, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Bounce right on out. Oh yeah, chainsaw chain. Goodbye. Another floor mat. Can't wait for my next rainy day so I can burn. I like to try and burn on rainy days so that I minimize all possible wildfire scenarios. I don't have any interest in burning my county down. I kind of like it out here. That's why I decided to live here for so long. I wonder if it'll fit inside of this. And then I can use the hand truck with Tristan's help to move them both at the same time. I don't think so. No. Oh, that's a no. I don't really know how I want to do this. I should probably wait for Tristan, because he said he'd stop by, so we'll see how that goes. We'll just leave that for now. Let's pick you back up then. All right. So Need to get a bucket for the plastic tubing. This here antenna switch can go right on in there. By the way, all this is scrap. I may sort a little bit of it here and there as I pull it back out to do something with it, but it's all junk. Okay. I think that's actually not so bad, because we're definitely getting places with this stuff. Like, to have all this open like it was is pretty damn great, in my opinion. I should probably grab the gator. That way I can go ahead and start moving towards some of this stuff. I might even be able to just flip this framing up into the back of it without having to put too much effort out. And then I can drive it wherever I want to take it. I really want to do something with all the tires. I really want to find a better way, a different place to stack all of them. Because it's, I don't really like not being able to get to my car. Having to cut through the bullshit to get to it. I'm not a fan of that at all. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Get the tires moved. I need to get those panels back on the Ford some way, somehow, or even just put them somewhere where they can be out of the way. If anybody wants a really big Ford tractor, this thing moves fantastically. It's got power for days. It's 165 horse, 6.8 liter inline 6 turbo diesel. There is a turbo on it. It's a Ford TW20. They made them between 80 and 83, 79 and 83, something like that. It's too big for what I've got going on out here, and I need something with a front end loader. So if anybody has anything you guys want to trade, I've got this giant, just behemoth of a bush hog, and it's got the slip clutch on it rather than having shear pins, so you don't have to worry about none of the dumb stuff. If you hit something, just back it down, let it catch back up, and then spin her back up. I think I have some blades up on the wall inside behind Disappointment, and then I've also got a blade. I've got a whole box blade that you can set on the back of this thing, and it'll hook up to the tri-point. You can turn it, lift it, tilt it, rotate it. You can do all kinds of crazy shit with it. It'll help you cut roads, cut ditches, do all kinds of stuff. And with how big and massive this thing is, it is absolutely capable of doing that. Tires are a tiny bit dry rot, but they still hold air. They still roll real nice. There's no lumpy bits when you're on the roads or anything. I should clean it off a little, but the brush hog's in decent shape. It's not rotted out. There's no major issues. I serviced the fluid in it last season, so it should still be good for this season. I also bought really expensive name brand bush hog fluid for it when I did it. Cost me like $70. I was a little surprised. 2 quarts of fluid was $30 a pop, plus whatever shipping. That guy was a little ridiculous, but it's been serviced and it's nice. I've also gone under there a couple of different times and sharpened the blades and tried to keep as much of a blade shape to it as what was possible, because if you've seen the back end of my yard where I use this thing, there's quite a bit of bullshit back there, and it's kind of hit or miss on some of this stuff. But I think one of these days what I'm going to do, might even do it today, go ahead and get the battery, start putting a couple of cars on it, let it jump over real good. I can probably put the Dodge, the minivan on it. Let the Dodge idle for a while. See if I left the key to the Dodge in the Dodge. Was I a smart cookie? Yes, it looks like I was. Yeah. All right. Get ready for the round. The super round. Yeah. side so that we can get a second truck in here. Yeah. Alright, forgive me. When I open this door, it's going to get right loud. Let's go ahead and turn all this stuff off. Let it not have any drains on the battery. It running's going to be bad enough. Alright. Let's see if we've got any jumper cables in the back. I don't think I've put any of my jumper cables in this van yet. It really does sound so rowdy. I know it's straight pipe, so anything straight pipe is just going to be loud, but like, when did minivans start idling so chunky? Like, that burble is kind of fun. Yeah, I don't think I have a set in here. Okay, no big deal. I know for a fact that I have a set. Matter of fact, it's in here in the barn. I'm also gonna, like I said, pressure wash that. I'm probably gonna push the Passat back off of the pad and use the pad so it's nice and flat to be able to get real good into that. Should be, yep, look at that, right where I left them. Come on, I don't need you. That's the rubber seal that goes along the firewall of the Passat after the rain tray so that you can get a little bit of that not going under the rain tray. Alright. That thing really is loud, isn't it? Okay, so black on black, but we want to do this in a way like that so that we can get another pair in here. Let's see if I can make this. Alright. Oh yeah, listen to that monster. Definitely got some valve covers leaking. You can see it smoking a little bit right there. You can hear it not being happy about the valve or the exhaust being off of it. All right, so we're gonna go black, red. All right, I didn't hear it drop, so I'm gonna assume it's unhappy and not connecting. We'll let that sit for a couple of minutes. Let's go grab the truck keys. Or you know what? I need an excuse to let the Jetta run for a little while. See if I left the keys in this one. I don't think I did. And I think I've got a pair of jumpers in it. It's got a really nice strong, yeah, look at that. And it's got my little battery charger in it too. So that's cool. Nope, looks like Amanda took the keys. She's the last person to drive it. She drove it to work. I actually think she had some fun with it, I'm just saying, but look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. She's so sad. She's so sad. She's like, where's my daddy? Where's my daddy? I got me some fresh rust showing. Alright, I'm gonna pause here. Okay, we're back. And I got keys. I'm going to trust that to run over there and hope it doesn't burn down. I don't think we'll be gone that long. But I just want to give this thing a little bit of a run at some RPM. Because this thing does tend to kill the battery when it sits for too long. And I'm not a big fan of when it does it. It's already eaten one battery this year. Unfortunately, I can't find any of my warranty information on it, so I'm screwed on that one. There we go. Turn that shit right on off. Don't buy a touchscreen radio. Those things fucking suck. Alright, so we're gonna pull you out of that one. And we're gonna put you in this one. Now, this one, this view may jiggle a bit more. And what I mean is, it will jiggle a bit more. But I can have you up on the windshield and not have too much of a problem with what's going on. So, we're gonna go up to the corner store real quick, like the other day. Grab me another Red Bull. Try and find the wife some chocolate milk. But I'm gonna come over here and grab my little smoky stick back out of the van because I set it down like a dummy instead of putting it in my pocket. That thing's so loud. It vibrates a bunch, doesn't it? Yep. And then it jiggles a bunch. I'm so sorry. This car is like a damn go-kart for me, so, you know, work with me. Yeah, I can see the jiggling and the stuttering. Yeah, maybe it won't be so bad when we get up onto the road. Smooth stuff. Alright, we'll give her a rip. That's not bad. I mean, she's cold. We're probably going to let her idle for a bit while we're in the store. I shouldn't be long. I mean, again, I've paused a couple of times. You guys know it's just a flash for y'all, but for me, I'm off the camera for 5 or 6 minutes, and I don't really think too much about it. But I am excited to go ahead and get the tractor fired up, get it moved out of the hole that it's in, because I kind of want to try and lay out them mud flaps for the Sentra, and I want to do it next to the barn so that most of the sunlight stays off of it. That's kind of my, you know, the same goal I have for the Mark IV wagon is the same goal I really have for the Sentra. Is I have a friend, you know, trusting me with their stuff, and I'm really not trying to, you know, make that trust untrustable. I don't know how to say what I'm saying. I don't want to be untrustworthy. I don't want to all of a sudden have a bunch of bullshit on my name. Alright, looks like we have made it to the Stizzor. Alright, we're going to pause. Be right back. Alright. I skipped the Red Bull and went for Monster. They got a new flavor. It's called Viking Berry, and I'm a sucker for new stuff. like, there's a lot of moments in my day where I can't fucking stand this car, but like, it seems like every time I bitch about this car, it's when I'm standing outside of it. When I'm in here just kind of hanging out, driving along, doing my thing, the car is actually not that bad. And because I've been driving it with the weird steering for so long, it really doesn't do all that much to take away from anything for me. So, you know, I love this car. I think I love to bitch about it a little more, but that's also because I spend less time driving it than driving it. Oh, I'll tell you what, already been a pretty productive morning. And happy Easter, everybody, by the way. I totally forgot. I guess because I haven't gotten an Easter basket for Easter since I was like 7. I don't really think about Easter like that, and I'm not religious, so I don't really think about the Christian aspect of it. I suppose it's kind of fun to be able to watch the Peter Cottontail films on TV if you've got the channels coming in for it, but I don't actually have any of the TV channels coming into my house. I mean, I guess I do have an antenna, but I don't really ever turn it on. I love the gravel road. It's so good. Up it, the quicker we're done. Oh yeah, minivan's still over here, not burning down to the ground. I love it. Okay, we are done with the shaky. All right, back in the normal. I'm gonna go ahead and reach down here and pop that. I'm gonna set this up first, and then we're gonna run the Nesquik and the spare Monster back into the house. I'm gonna go ahead and get the jumpers on it and get it rolling. That is exactly what I was trying to avoid. I didn't want to drop nothing, but I'm sitting here dropping stuff. Oh boy. Yes, my trunk is broken. No, it does not latch. Yes, I will fix it eventually. No, it's not going to be today. Love this car. Such a piece of crap, but it's my favorite piece of crap. Alright. Cable ends, cable ends. Start. Fuel's in. I do believe. Yep, that's neutral. Well, I hear it trying. the starter. I forgot all about that. I'm sitting here turning the key like a dumbass. Alright, so I can't really, there is no good way for me to set you. You're either going to be a little crooked or you're not going to be able to see it. So we're going to go for a little crooked. Alright, that's not enough yet. From the loud stuff, let all this idle for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure it'll start off those two. I might end up having to go get the Dodge and bring the Dodge over here. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and not forget all the cold beverages I just bought. All right. Everything in my yard is so loud. I do have a third set of cables, so I think while I'm walking over here to take the drinks in the house, I'm going to go ahead and grab the truck keys. I'm going to swing that thing over. I think I'm just going to hook that to the alternator lead and stick it on the engine block or something. It'll be what it's going to be, or it won't. No big deal. It'll be nice to have the tractor out of that particular spot, though. Yes, it will. Alright, I'm going to pause real quick. And we're back. I don't think I have cables in the truck. Yeah, nah, I ain't got none in the truck. It's alright. Look at the puppy. Trees. Oh, God, that hurts every time. I'm still kind of tender. My dog always looks so disturbed when I pull away from the house. He's just like, no, don't leave me, please, Daddy, I love you. I love you too, baby, I'm not leaving. Alright. Doop, 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 doop. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get that close. We'll swing right in here. My cables are pretty long. Alright. Go ahead. Pop that. We'll roll the window down just a touch. This one does auto relock every now and again when it feels like it. Piece of shit. Alright, let's go over here to the wagon, make sure that the cables are not in the wagon. Or the Beetle, really. They could be in either. Not the Beetle. They're in the wagon. Which sucks, because I have to, I don't know if I have the key out here to it. I don't. Damn it. Alright. Alright, cable's engaged. So not going to need to be in there for a while, so we'll just close that back down. You ever seen somebody put 3 vehicles on a single piece of equipment to get it going? I have. It's me. Alright. Well, before I have to do this, let's give it one more shot to see if she rolls over. Because I tell you, it'd be pretty nice if it does. Just rub, rub, rub. Nope. We're definitely doing it the wrong way. This is getting excessive. Oh! And we're running! Give that thing like 5 minutes before we can really move it or rev it or do anything. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go ahead and put all these cars kind of back where they need to be. Okay. I don't know. I took the gator key out. I'm not sure if the key I've got on here will start it or not, but it might. Look at that. There we go. Love that. All right. That's the Gator out of the way. We'll pull the Dodge the rest of the way up. And I think I'll pull the minivan back over here. Oh boy. Always fun. Can't believe we'll be cutting grass again come Monday. Tomorrow. Because today's Sunday. Today's Easter Sunday. Beep. I know. I hear you. Yep. Okie dokie. That's the truck belt with. Let's go grab the minivan. That works. That works. This one does not work. I guess we're gonna go run this up the road real quick, just a little bit. Wheel spin. Am I going? Nope. Go. It shits good. I know, buddy. I know. Let me straighten up and I'll put the seatbelt on. Goddamn. Alright, shut up. Damn. I can't stand a seatbelt warning. It's like, no shit. I know I'm not wearing a seatbelt. You know why? Because I didn't put the fucking thing on. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be doing fucking 21 miles an hour up a fucking gravel road just so that I can hold a little bit of RPM. And y'all motherfuckers are gonna make me do some dumb shit over it? No. The up button doesn't work. I can't shift up. It won't let me. We're just gonna pull in here real quick. Yeah. Oops. I mean, it really is a smooth, quiet rider. down back there? Oh yeah. And we just leave that in here because it ain't got no legal tags or inspection on it. So if somebody really wants this piece of shit, okay. Good luck. Don't come steal it, but like, when I call the police and tell them it's a blue Caravan with expired tags, they're gonna find you quickly is kind of what I'm getting after. It won't take them long. North Carolina doesn't have a lot to do down here. Most of the stuff they get hit with, they roll through pretty damn quick. Now I'll tell you what we're gonna do real quick. I'm pretty sure part of my problem with the battery dying is this. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna unplug it. And just like that, hopefully the battery won't die anymore. Because the trunk's not latching. It doesn't know what to do. And trunk light stays on. And it'll hold for a few days. Because it's a really nice battery. But I'm not trying to chance it anymore. So we'll just unplug it. I don't use lights like that. Right on. Oh yeah. Down, over, up. And that's reverse. Everybody likes a little bit of wheel spinning. We got some in the minivan today. We got some in the Dodge yesterday. We got a little bit more in the Janitor right now. All right, we're up and down. Also, make sure you turn your power supplies on. I'll leave that there for now. Okay. It's probably been 5 minutes, but I'm going to grab up all these jumper cable sets real quick. Drag them underneath of the old barns. Surprised Tristan's not showing up yet, though. Easter Sunday is probably dragging his feet a little bit. Probably gonna have to end the video here sometime soon. I'm getting to the point where my leg's starting to get a little sore. I've been doing a bunch of running and jumping. Another good productive film though. I mean, I know it's a lot of nothings, but it's something for me. All right. Okay. We are gonna hop up on this bad boy real quick after I move these tires. Just gonna set these back under here for the time being until I figure out where I want to put all my tires. Oh, come on, guy. Thank you. We'll go ahead and grab them floor mats over here too. Just go ahead and stack them on the pile. All right. This loud motherfucker. Let's give her some throttles. Look at all that black smoke. That's beautiful. It's exactly what we don't want. Oh no, my drink. I'm about to fuck up real bad. Alright, well I guess we'll do a quick taste test. What's the Viking berry taste like? That's actually really good. Holy hell. Usually not a Monster fan, but like I said, I'm a sucker for new things. Come on, baby girl. Here we go. Alright. Clutch. Straight back for reverse behind third. And then, you know, get your wheels turned so you don't hit things. And then away we go. Just go straight ahead to third. Ease out of her. Look at that. She drives herself. That's a lock throttle. I don't know if that's the name for it, but basically that'll hold whatever throttle you want. You can lift the pedal as much as you want. That's a bypass for it. We have to throw some air in these tires. Go ahead and get them top back up for the summer. I probably should have kicked the compressor on a while ago, but you know, what are you gonna do? And then we stop. But I lift the pedal and turn it all the way down so she'll idle down. Oh yeah. All right. Got to do something about greasing them steering joints. I might need to get some new ends for it. Been a while since I've used it, so I'm sure it needs servicing. Alright, you look like a spider that I'm not a fan of, so goodbye. Alright, well anyway, before I fire that thing up, I'm going to go ahead and close this down. I think this has been my Sunday morning with you guys. I'm going to go fire this thing off and run some of my brush in the back real quick, get it, get this thing running again, see if it'll need any kind of major stuff this year, blah, 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 blah. But because of how loud that thing is, how loud the compressor is going to be, I'm just going to cut the video here, save you guys the headache and the strain. Again, thank you so much for coming this far, watching this long. Even if you've just skipped through a bunch, I know that's real boring watching me clean stuff up and shuffle stuff around, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take my time and do things right and do a little at a time, and I'm thinking, about an hour and a half a day, 2 hours, 3 hours out here is probably good. If I can keep that up and do a little bit every day, sure as shit, eventually I will have a trailer full of scrap, I'll have a barn to work in, I'll have space to put my cars out, and I'll be in a better place. Some of my tools will stop being so in the hole. Like, I've got bench grinders, I've got this, bandsaw, I've got all these different things and components, and like I've got a whole ass transmission under here. Like, there's a bunch of bullshit going on out here that I'm not able to do all at once, as you can tell. But little by little, slow and steady wins the race, right? So maybe one day you'll actually see a bunch of horizontal surfaces and shit out here. At least I'd like to think you might. But I'm gonna call it. I appreciate everything. It's been a wonderful day for me. I'm glad to have brought you along. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.